Popping the ears, popping the ears. All right. Oh my God. I'm excited. I have so much to say right now. I just told my client, I was like, I either have to go Facebook Live about this or scream. And I haven't screamed yet, so I'm going to scream on here. Rah! Actually, that's what ended up being the title. I couldn't think of a title, so I was like, I'll just use what I was telling her. All right, I'm going to tell everyone I'm live over here. I am live. Let's do this, baby. I'm going to take some deep breaths so that I can speak slowly enough and explain the situation to actually be useful to someone. The funny thing is, this is a really funny thing, is there's nothing negative happening to me at all. I feel I've like had the most fucking epic day of my life and everything's just zen and amazing and easy peasy. Hi, Amy. I hope you're okay with me doing a Facebook Live. I was like, I hope I don't look like the overprotective parent of you, Amy. I was like, this is a funny thing, is I just messaged Jocelyn. I'm like, Jocelyn, I'm going live. I'm like, are you available? I'm going live. Will you share this in my group? And I was like, something's pissed me off. Actually, I think that's exactly what I said to her. I said, something's pissed me off, so I'm going to go do a Facebook Live on it with a little laughing emoji. And the funny thing is, the thing that's pissed me off has nothing to do with me. This is how, like, mama bear I am about my clients. I'm like, and just to be clear, and I'm not going to go into the situation too much because I'm sure the individual is a lovely individual and I'm not trying to call anyone out. It's not about that. But it's like the freaking fear-mongering in the online world has got to end, right? It's like, you need this thing. Do you see how beautiful this thing is? And if you just pay me $700 bajillion, I will help, like, pave the way with rainbows and you can ride unicorns and the sparkles will fall from the sky and you'll make $1 bajillion. And I'll explain here in just a second why this particular thing has fired me up so much. And it's because I haven't luckily invested in this situation and gotten and had an experience that wasn't good. But I pretty much drug myself through this all of last year by thinking it was the answer that was going to make me successful and make me money. So when someone comes along, like trying to sell it to someone else or to one of my clients, I know this is very vague at the moment, it just riles me up. So, hi, who is here? Tell me hi in the comments. Let me know who's here, who is ready for the truth of the truth. And then we're going to dive into this thing. I'm actually a little bit nervous to be live because I've had such a soul awakening today. If you guys are on my email list, you got the email this morning that was like, I am on, and I'm just so over editing myself. So here's just the truth of the matter of how I am and how it works. And that's how it's going to be. All right. Who all is here? Jocelyn, Amy, Rosella. Hi, gorgeous lady. Terry. Yes. Awesome. Hey, Sarah. Oh my gosh. There's no way I can say your name, but it looks amazing. Jotel. I love that. It feels very Mayan. I'm sure it's not, but just curious. Anita. All right. Who else is here? Drop in, say hi. Okay, here's what's going on. I'm just going to pull the situation up on my phone so that I have, look at this. Can you see this? Look at my shaking. That's how fired up I am right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Breathing. I'm not going to attack anyone. Nothing mean, nothing anything like that. Breathing. Okay. So this bothers me a lot because I've been a new entrepreneur before and had everyone selling their stuff from a space of fear to me. And I probably have even sold at some point in my career from that space of fear. And I remember deciding at one point, I'm not doing this anymore. It doesn't feel good. And it doesn't feel good, right? I'm so over people selling things. And I don't buy into it, but I'm very protective of my clients who are being sold into in the space of if you don't do this thing that I've laid out right here, then your business isn't going to be successful. And the truth of the matter is that's bullshit. You don't need anything. You don't need a website. You don't need the big email list. You don't need the perfect funnel. You don't need Facebook ads. You don't need a business page. You don't need an Instagram account. You don't need any of it. Basically with a laptop and a truth to speak from your soul, you could be making money in your business, right? You don't need any of that except for you. So I'm trying to think about how to explain this without calling anyone out. basically what has happened is one of my amazing clients who I love and adore and is a total badass, was pitched something that she was into. And the person who pitched it to her sounds amazing and sounds on point in a lot of ways. And so she just came into our private Facebook group, just bring it up here so I have it in front of me, just for a little bit of advice around like, is this a good decision? The investment's $20,000 and it feels like a lot. But is it my money mindset? Is my money mindset off at the moment? Like, it feels good. What do you think I should do? And I actually couldn't even jump into the money mindset piece of it because what she was looking at doing was investing in someone to help her with her Facebook ads, which no problem with that. If you want to run Facebook ads, awesome. I don't personally run them at this point. I only do Facebook. I only do boost my Facebook lives. Lord, the words are coming. So that's how I reach my audiences at this point. And I haven't ran Facebook ads in well over a year. It's getting close to almost a year and a half now. And I have no intention on turning them back on. I think they're completely unnecessary. And what fired me up so much about my client asking me this was because what she was sharing with me is basically what I had been pitched and presented before as well. And I think back in 2016 when I spent $35,000 on Facebook ads, and I don't have regrets, because it allows me to be able to speak to you in this situation about this, but if I were to regret something, I would not have spent $35,000 on Facebook ads in 2016, which led me to come into 2017 with a large sum of credit card debt that did not need to happen because it was not necessary for me to hit my goals that I then guilted myself with beginning of last year, beat myself up over before I came back into alignment and was able to easily make money without Facebook ads. So this whole thing, it sounds windy. Does it actually sound windy? There's no wind in my house that I'm aware of. Does it sound windy for anyone else? Okay, I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe I'm totally missing that. Is that like a joke? Oh, I bet it's a troll. Is it a troll, you guys? Hey, Jocelyn, if it's a troll, will you block that person and remove him? Oh my God, I haven't had a troll since Periscope. That means I'm in the big leagues. Big leagues right here. Yeah, Jocelyn, if that's a troll, please remove Kai. Let me see. I might be able to do it. Kai, I'm going to just delete you. I'm going to hide you because you seem like a strange individual and I'm not actually agreeing with what you say. And since it's my fucking Facebook Live, I have now removed you. If you are an issue, I can see right here that I can go ahead and ban you. So if you would like to leave, if you're saying things that aren't okay, you can go ahead and remove yourself from the situation. I have some things to say, and if you're not saying cool things, please leave. Oh, well, thank you. It looks like Kai Brothers, Jocelyn. The name was Kai Brothers. I just hit it. If anything else comes up, just keep an eye on it and you can block that mofo with love. Okay, back to the point here. So there's so much advice out there about what you're required to have in order to be successful, right? And so people tell you you've got to have Facebook ads or you've got to have a webinar or you've got to have whatever else. And the truth of the matter is that's not true. Literally the only thing that you need to be able to make money, not just online, but in this life, is to be the truest version of you, okay? And so this is your time and this is your space and this is your life to fully express yourself. Now, if something comes your way and there was an investment that sounded like a good thing and it was 20,000, so be it, right? Follow your soul, follow your heart, always, always, always. But you've got to check in on, are you making decisions out of love and or fear? Now, a lot of the marketing that's out there right now is coming directly from fear, right? And the reason that the marketing is coming from fear and people are trying to get you to buy their things from fear is because they are living from a space of fear. If they're freaked out deep down inside, which I'm going to say 70, 80% of probably people online who are selling things are living in a space of fear, then of course their marketing is fear-based, right? Of course their marketing, I think my assistant just got here. They're fine. I knew there was a very good chance they might lose their minds. So there's a very good chance then that things are being sold by fear. Show up, be you, and own your message. Exactly. So you look fine. I think it's a troll. Thank you, Marta. Also, this is now a training on how to deal with trolls without them actually slowing down your training. Back to the training. So what ended up happening is there was this pitch that one of my clients got because she was interested in having using Facebook ads, which I have no problem with. Having some sort of advertising going can be super helpful. We definitely are consistently boosting Facebook Lives to my audience because it helps grow my list. It helps bring in new leads. It gets my Facebook Lives in front of people who didn't happen to see it when they were live. All of that is lovely and great, right? But the thing is that I have almost made several investments that are similar to what this client has brought up here, and I almost made them out of fear. And that's part of the reason that it fired me up so much to talk about this, is because, like I said, I spent about $35,000 in 2016 specifically on Facebook ads because I thought that's what I needed to be successful and to go to the next level, right? And it wasn't, because I didn't really know what I was doing with them at that point. And so same thing with, that's why I now use the Facebook Lives. Now, I was pitched beginning of last year to have someone set up my funnels, and it was going to cost about $6,000 a month. And I highly considered doing it because I believed, like, well, if I just get these funnels into place, that's going to be the piece that helps me be successful. But do you see how that was coming from fear versus love? And I'm so grateful that I didn't end up doing that, because it was a large investment that wasn't necessary. But so many people are selling these things online from a space of, but you need to do it. And if you don't do it, you're not going to be successful, and you're never going to make it to the level that you really deserve to or that you want to if you don't do this thing that I'm selling you right now. That's all fear-based. And the reason that they're coming at it from that space is because they too are afraid, okay? That's what it's all about here. Now, once again, I don't know. The person who pitched to my client, like, once again, not pitching something totally separate. I have no problem in her investing in her stuff to grow her business. This isn't a competition thing at all. This is what got me, is that the pitch was gorgeous. And I read through it, and I'm sending it over to my Facebook ads person so they can look through it as well. But the thing is that if it came out exactly how it is on this piece of paper that it's been shared to me or given to me as, yeah, sounds like a good deal. Sign me up. I'll sign up as well. But the thing is no one can guarantee your results. And so that all looks great in terms of what they've written out for you. But being someone who has went through years of testing Facebook ads and who put my entire focus into building funnels last year and testing them, I can tell you 1,000,000% that just because a funnel looks pretty does not mean it's going to work. Just because a funnel seems like it should work, sometimes they don't, and you don't know why. The level of testing and hands-onness that needs to happen with both your Facebook ads to get them going in the beginning and also with your funnels is significant. And there's no way that if anyone ever tells you they're just going to set your funnels up and then you're going to start making money overnight, they're either full of shit or they don't know better, because it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. From someone who's been doing funnels for a while now, we still are like, why is this one not working? It was working perfectly a week ago. What the heck happened? Why is this one working? It shouldn't even be working, and it is. So this is why I'm so passionate about this. You need nothing more than to listen to your heart and your soul. And if you feel called to work with someone or to invest in someone, and that's a soul-based decision, do it. Do it, do it, do it over and over and over again. If not, if you get quiet and you check in on, do I deeply desire to do paid advertising because I'm so excited about being able to reach more people? Do it. Am I being called to do paid advertising because I'm afraid if I don't do it, I'm never actually going to be successful or make the money I think I should be? Absolutely not. I would wait on it. You don't need it. I've been using paid advertising for years now. It's not something I don't like to turn it off. I love having it on. I love getting to reach a bigger reach with it. And if tomorrow I couldn't use it or decided not to use it, it would not stop me from getting my message out there and making money in my business, because that's what I decide and that's who I am and that's all I'm available for, right? The program or the team member or the whatever is never going to be the answer. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Yeah, I'm going to go ban that person. Goodbye. Delete. That's fun. Look how much power you have on your own Facebook Lives. Okay. Do you have everything you need? I'll move out of here. Okay. Okay, yeah, just add them on there. We're going to be making... Pause, please. We're going to be making a run to the grocery store soon and picking up a couple of those things. This is Rhonda. Rhonda is the most amazing lady ever. She's the one that takes care of everything that I apparently am incapable of doing. So thank you, Rhonda. Am I in your way out here? I could move if you need this room. Or if you want to start with laundry and bathroom, cool. Thank you. You guys have got to see so much into my life in the last couple of days. Yesterday it was like Luke and I hanging out with the dogs in here. And I'm going to meet my lovely team. The thing is that I know when we know better, we do better. And when we're starting in our business, we really want to believe everyone. And the thing is, it's not that people are out to get you by any means. Like, I've never had a troll before. It's cracking me up. I always tell people, I'm like, no, you're totally safe on Facebook Lives. There's no crazies on here. And it's like, to be honest, I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Facebook Lives and never had anyone get on and be weird. So the cool thing is that I can say from experience, the chances of you having a weirdo get on your Facebook Live is very, very minimal. So do not let that hold you back. But the thing is that you don't always know better in the beginning. And this is why it's so important to have a community and to have a mastermind or a coach or just someone who understands what the next steps might be to be able to give you authentic, heart-based advice with integrity, right? Like, I did not recommend my client not sign up with this person because it's going to benefit me at all. There's literally no benefit I get from the situation one way or the other. If she signs up with my Facebook ads person and wants to go that direction, that's fine. I get zero affiliate. I've asked Amy multiple times why I don't get any affiliate, but I don't. So it's not like I get paid out of the situation. If she decides to go with the other person, that's fine too. What was bothering me is that to get these Facebook ads set up for my client, it was going to cost $20,000. And obviously I have strong money consciousness. I have no problem with spending money, but it comes at a certain level. Like, if I was having a glass of wine, we had this in Vegas. I was having a glass of wine and I can't really tell. I'm not a wine connoisseur. I can't really tell the difference between, let's be totally honest, like a $12 glass of wine and a $22 glass of wine. I don't know the difference. And so when we were in Vegas, I was like, why is all the wine like $19? Like, not from a space of lack consciousness, but I can't taste the difference between a $12 and a $22 glass of wine. So when she brought this up, I'm like, I have no problem if you want to invest in this Facebook ads person, but I pay my Facebook ads person $1,500 a month and she does everything that you've shared for me here versus you paying her $20,000. Or I think it was normally like $5,000 a month is what this person charged. I'm like, once again, if Soul says yes, you honor that 100%. But from personal experience, you don't need to be paying that much to get these kind of results. And then she was like, but you know, this person also presented me with a funnel and showed me an image of the funnel. And this is what actually got me triggered enough to be like, oh, I'm going live, because the funnel was like opt-in, thank you page, webinar, people sign up for your free calls, and then you can use the webinar replay. I'm like, that's not a funnel. That's like a to-do list. Like, it's just, it doesn't, I like have downloaded enough freebies in the last year on funnels. Last year when I wasn't working with a coach and like all I did was like look for freebies and try to get my business together for free, which didn't work, by the way. So if you're doing that, please find someone that you highly adore and look up to who can actually guide you in this process, because it makes it so much easier. By the way, if you're interested, ToLivingFree.com/revolution. Freedom Revolution started today, 30 days straight of support on all of this, any of it, all the time. Because I'm so like in love with my clients and so mama bear. You guys can probably see, I think I'm even a little red in the chest. That's when I'm like the Irish fighters coming out of me. There's actually a new payment plan available with it too, an extended payment plan. So if you're just like craving someone who actually knows what the hell they're talking about to help you move forward with your business, go check it out. Obviously no pressure. Not doing the fear-mongering thing. You will survive without this program. Most people won't tell you that, but you will. You will survive. You will keep moving forward. You'll still be an amazing, incredible individual. But if you're just craving someone who can give you some feedback on a regular basis, bring you into like alignment and connect with the truth of your soul, then go check out Freedom Revolution. Kicked off today. First audio is out right now, and every single day, new content, audios, resources are dropping. And we have a private community where I'm answering questions, just like I was answering with my client here. But that's the thing, is like a pretty pitch can make you be like, I think I need this. And my client was feeling a little stressed out around like, God, it's $20,000. Like, is it is it scarcity? Is it my money mindset? And I'm like, no, I think what it is like, if you don't, it's not even if you don't know the difference between a $12 glass of wine and a $40 glass of wine. It's not like that's the highest thing and you should say yes to it. There just like isn't a big enough difference. I can't imagine what the difference would be. Like, She already has access to me as a private client, so she has me to help her with any of the funnels or design around what are we doing with the opt-ins and like making them, like I saw on the page, they were going to help her opt-ins convert at 20%. My opt-ins convert at 80 to 90%. Why would you settle for 20? Like, that would not be good enough for me. So it's like she already has access to me, so I don't think she needs that part, you know, unless she feels like she needs a little extra support with that. And then in terms of Facebook ads, I'm like, my person, I've been working with her for like 2 to 3 years. I pay her $18,000 a year, not $20,000 every like 3 months. And she kills it. She manages like $250K a month of Facebook ad spend, not of my Facebook ad spend. I'm not spending that much a month, but she kills it. So why make this any more complicated? So the whole OMG, I could read the title here, I have to go live about this or scream. It's selling with fear. I'm just so done with it. I'm so done with people doing it like to my community. I know you guys are in other communities as well, but in my mind, I'm like, nope, we're family and I'm looking out for you guys. And if you ever need me to look over something and give you some opinions on it, let me know, because this doesn't need to be this complicated, right? It doesn't need to be this complicated. It doesn't need, if someone's selling you something from fear, it's because they're scared. That's the truth of the matter. Someone's selling you something from fear, it's because they're scared. And it does, no, there's actually nothing else I can say there. The end. So like, even if you get emails from me that's like, doors are closing, there's an hour left, like that's not from fear. That's like letting you know doors are closing and there's an hour left. I will never tell you that if you don't join this program that all of your dreams are going to fall away and you're going to be a huge failure, because that's BS. And whether you ever work with me or not, my intention always is to provide so much free content that whether you ever work with me or not, just being in this community, you will see massive results and you will see shifts and you will step into the most true version of yourself. That is my intention. Now, if you crave more of this and you want someone on your side who is fierce as fuck and gonna look after you and support you in every way possible, get yourself in the freedom revolution. Doors are open. Did I actually type the right link up there? ToLivingFree.com/revolution, baby. It's 30 days straight. Hands-on support content every single day, not content to overwhelm you. This isn't like you're going to get modules from me. I don't even do modules anymore. I probably won't do any written content. It's not really my jam anymore. Do a lot of video. I do a lot of audio. There'll probably be some journal prompts in there, things that I'm using on a regular basis for myself, but it really doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. How are we only 22 minutes in? I feel like I've just like went through some time warp of time. Normally like my Facebook lives are like an hour. Okay, so let's hear from the audience. Any questions, anything I can support with, anywhere that I can help you guys. This is my favorite space. I absolutely adore being with all of you, and I deeply believe in you. And what you need to do, not I need to do, what you need to do is be aware that when you're making decisions, is it coming from love or fear? Okay? So when you look at a program or you look at a teammate or whatever it is, are you making that investment because it's a true desire, or because you feel like if you don't do it that you're going to fail or something's bad's going to happen? Because I don't do those ones. So even with Freedom Revolution, if you're considering joining us, if you're considering joining out of the space of if I don't do this, I might never be successful, it's probably not the right fit. But if you're like, God, I'm really called to do this and I would love to work with her in this way and I don't even really know why logically, get yourself signed up. Don't second question it. Go, 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 go. All right, I'm going to scroll through. Who are these people? Like, how have I attracted 2 random trolls today? I like this troll much better. Ma'am, you are honest, ambitious, authoritative, balanced, bold. Maybe you're not a troll. Maybe you just love adjectives. Authoritative, balanced, bold, creative. You know what I really appreciate about this comment, Quentin, is that you put it in alphabetical order. Caring, committed, communicator, competent and decisive, dependable, energetic, enthusiastic, fair, family-oriented. I am. I don't know how you know that I'm family-oriented, but I really appreciate the support. Flexible, humble, thrifty. I'm not thrifty. I'll be honest. I'm not thrifty. Tough. You have wisdom, zeal, and passion. Who is this person? Jocelyn, will you look into Quentin? I'm not sure he should be watching my Facebook Lives anymore either. I mean, he is the kindest troll I've ever met. And I love his organizational skills and keeping everything in alphabetical order here for me in terms of all of these compliments. But I don't think he knows who I am. He thinks I'm thrifty. I'm not. What happened? This is, I guess, the most in-your-face Facebook Live title maybe I've had. And I use the word fear mongering. Maybe it attracted the weirdos. What is happening here? Okay, questions. Give me the questions. Hi, Marta, Michelle, Monica. This has at least been entertaining, right? Has anyone else been as entertained about this as I have? Hey, Kirsty and Beverly. Oh my God, you guys are funny. Show up, be you, and own your message. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, so many rock stars on here. I was told webinars was enough. Yeah, webinars are enough, or don't use them at all. Also an option. I love webinars. No, let me take this back. I think I trained myself to think I loved webinars because my team told me I should do them last year, so I did them because I was in a space of not being able to honor my own truth and needed someone else to tell me what to do because I couldn't hear my soul. Don't do that shit anymore. And so when I got clear and honest with myself, the truth of the matter is I don't really want to do webinars. Why would I do webinars when I could just hop on Facebook Live and all my stuff sells anyways, because that's what I've decided, right? A lot easier that way. So if you want to do webinars and they like light you up and you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I would love to put together a webinar today, by all means, go do a webinar. If you never want to do a webinar in your entire life, that's also fine. And you too can make as much money as you desire. Webinars are not required. Melfar, it's so good to see you, Rockstar. I haven't seen you in ages. Let's see. Kirsty, totally get this. 2 years ago, I bought a program completely out of fear, and looking back, the fear it was sold from is so obvious. Definitely. It's the only program I regret investing in, and a month into it, it started to feel so gross, so I couldn't continue. Yeah, and then like I guess here's the other thing. I was just thinking about a program I bought last year, and actually it wasn't sold to me from fear, but I bought it from fear. And I've never used it. I watched like half of the video and I was like, this is so boring. This is not lighting my soul up. So I've never used it and still managed to make 100K plus in cash in like a month. So without the random programs, you don't need that. You don't need it. Okay. Any questions, guys? Drop some goodness for me here. My husband's coming back from paddleboarding and we didn't get to go to the mountains yesterday, so we're going tonight. If I didn't get to go, I chose not to go because I felt like the windy road was going to make me nauseous. But tonight is not. Tonight I'm going to the mountains. I'm going to eat a hamburger. I'm going to drink a beer by the river, and it's going to be amazing. If you're just joining us, here's the recap of this. Could be hilarious. The recap is I'm a mama bear. If you're one of my clients, I always have your best interest in mind. I look after you like a crazy lady. Actually, the client who needed support, I don't know why. I guess I could say your name, A. I'll say the A letter. The client who needs support, I have some weird intuitive connection with anyways. I was literally getting a spray tan once and I was like, OMG, her workshop's not working. I need to go tell her. And I came out, she just posted like minutes before in the Facebook group that something was wrong with her workshop. That's actually how I work with my clients. Like I have to be careful sometimes about like tuning down the intuitive side, but I'm super tuned in to you guys because I just love and adore you and I believe so deeply in everything that you're doing. And so I feel very mama bear around like, I was actually concerned about doing this Facebook Live because I was afraid my client would think that I was like the mom who like embarrassed her in front of her friends. Like she just asked for support. And then I'm like, nope, this lady's not going to bully you. How dare she? I'm going to go do a Facebook Live. But that's the thing is it's like when we don't know what the right option is, that's why you work with a coach or that's why you put yourself into a community so you can ask people and say, does this seem like something I need? Does this seem like something I should invest in? Because when I looked at it, like I said, like I wouldn't invest in it. And so it's not from fear, like, no, don't waste your money. It's just like, I personally wouldn't invest in it. What I am going to do is send the first part of it to my Facebook ads person, and just kind of get her feedback on it. But honestly, like I said, the way the pitch was laid out was lovely. And I understand that's a sales process and she sounds like a fantastic person, but it also was a pitch. And so it's meant to look beautiful in order to bring you to purchase something. And when I looked over it, I was looking at all the numbers even. It was like cost per opt-in, if I can remember what that's called, lead or something, was going to be $3 or less. Like, yeah, I agree with that. I wouldn't pay over $3 for someone opting into my list. But honestly, lately, even with cold leads, the opt-in's I've been paying closer to like $1.50, $1.70. So ideally, it's significantly less than that. The thing is that I've also paid more. And that's why I love working with team members and coaches and mentors who I deeply believe in and trust. Because they tell you right from the beginning, like it might be more. Like, I'd love to get you to this level, but it might not be at that level either. And so, the Luke's home. The Luke's home from paddleboarding. How many days am I going to do Facebook Lives in a row when Luke's paddleboarding? Can you guys see the babies? Oh, you can't. The chair's in the way. They're so excited. They're so excited. They're in love with Luke. Okay, so just a kind of quick thing here about Facebook ads, boosted posts, funnels, all of this. I pretty much stripped a lot of it from my business. So what my business looks like right now is I do have Facebook Lives that are running, that are boosted. I only boosted them to warm leads really for like the last year or so. Once I cut out Facebook ads, I only was boosting them to warm leads. And warm leads, I consider anyone who, we have a tracking pixel on my website, so anyone who's visited my website, anyone who's already on my list, anyone who's liked my business page, anyone who's watched 3 to 10 seconds or more Facebook Lives, yep, you're all caught. You're all warm leads now. I don't even track it. Facebook tracks it. So this is why I do my Facebook Live specifically from business pages, is because Facebook tracks it. And I think, interestingly enough, with everything that I talk about around soul and alignment and all of this, this is the secret. Those pieces are the secret. But the truth of the matter is I also have 5 years of experience with all of this stuff. So I know my shit around this. And that's the fun thing, is I feel like that kind of makes me a weird unicorn in the online world, because I'm like this, like so invested in the energetic side of it. And I know that if everything else was completely ignored, that literally using my thoughts and beliefs and intentions and all of that I could manifest whatever I desire. And because I believe that's about 80 to 90% of where your results come from. But I also know the biz side, like I know the strategy side, and I know it enough to be able to adjust it and use it to amplify results. Right? So that's why I feel really comfortable. If you guys have like any business questions, if you have Facebook Live, Facebook ad, funnel questions, any of it, email questions, drop them in the comments here. I'm happy to answer any and all of those and anything in between, because I've tried it. Believe me, I've tried it. I probably invested in it. I probably spent money on it and tried and whatever. And I can tell you what works and what doesn't work. Now, at the same time, it is very unique for each person, right? But let's get real. It doesn't need to be complicated. It does not need to be complicated. And some of the most successful people that I've seen online lately, like one of my coaches, she hasn't actually told anyone yet this. I guess I can tell you guys this. She made $444,000 in cash income last month, and she runs very minimal Facebook Live or Facebook ads. I think she spends about the same as I do on advertising, like a couple $1,000s a month, because it's not needed when you're being your truest self of your soul and expressing that and sharing that on a regular basis, right? So looking back at ads, I spent a lot on those for a bit, and now I just use Facebook Lives. And so I use this Facebook Live. There's a link in the description. You guys can see this. What I'll probably do with this Facebook Live afterwards is I'll reach out to my Facebook ads team, who I pay about $1,500 a month, which I think is amazing. I think is a steal. And they will boost this to my warm leads. Warm leads are anyone who has visited my website, who's already on my email list, who's liked my business page, or who has watched like 3 to 10 seconds or more of any of my Facebook Lives that I've ever done from my business page. Is why it's so important to do your Facebook Lives from your business page. That's why I switched it completely over last year. You guys notice I stopped, for those of you who've been in my community a bit, I stopped doing them in my group and I started doing them from my business page. That's why, because if you do them from your group or even your personal page, Facebook can't track, or doesn't. They probably could. They could do anything. Facebook could like build a robot to take over the world. Thank God they haven't done that yet. He's back. Guess what? When you go paddleboarding, I do Facebook Lives. But, sorry, Facebook, robots, paddleboarding husband. What was I saying? Oh, boosting Facebook Lives. That's why I do them for my business page now. And so that allows me, here's the cool thing. Here's if you just want to know a cool thing. If you do a Facebook Live like this, like I'm doing right now, and my lovely social media manager shared this over into my Facebook group when I went live, if you're watching this right now from over in my Facebook group, you're also being tracked, because Facebook is magical as long as you start them from your business page, right? Spilling pure truth from the soul. I got fired up about something. This Facebook Live is literally called OMG, I have to go live about this or scream. And I got 2 trolls. I have never gotten trolls in my life. One was super kind and gave me an entire list of alphabetically organized adjectives that were nice about me, except for thrifty, which I'm not. The other one kept talking about wind. I'm guessing he was talking about me just saying a bunch of bullshit, but I told him he was bullshit and I wished him all the best, and then I deleted and banned him. I actually wasn't even concerned it was, or sure it was actually a mean thing, because it's a really confusing, mean thing to say? Is it windy? I don't know. Exactly. That's what he said.
Pointless then. He doesn't belong.
I know he needs a life. I feel so sorry for him, but not sorry enough. Okay, so anyways, Facebook Lives, do them from here. What we'll do afterwards with this one, since this one is specifically promoting a program, the Freedom Revolution, which officially kicked off today because it's the most badass thing on the planet, I would only promote this to warm leads. And warm leads are all those people that I just listed off there. I wouldn't promote this to cold leads. And honestly, I hadn't ran anything to cold leads in some time. And a couple months ago, I was so lit up about my free millionaire mirror visualization. If you don't have it, you should grab a copy. It's at ToLivingFree.com/millionaire. It's totally free. That we ended up running my Facebook Live promoting that to cold leads, and it converted like crazy. That's the one that started converting at like I said, $1.50 or something, which is like unheard of to cold leads. And so that's what we use to like bring people into the cold leads funnel, which is super short. It's a 3-day funnel. It's not overly complicated. We don't need to make these that complicated to make them effective. Yeah. And then my warm leads you guys receive or probably see regularly. I boost these Facebook Lives, whatever's the most recent Facebook Live that I put up. Okay, any questions about that? I think I was going to do a summary, and then I didn't. Summary was, I got fired up because I love my clients, and one of them was pitched something that I felt like was honestly, without a better way to say it, overpriced. I said something really mean. Not really mean. I was like, I decided not to edit myself anymore starting today. And so she showed me what the funnel was supposed to look like that she could potentially get access to if she paid extra in addition to the $20K. And I was like, this looks like it's pulled straight out of a free resource from like Funnels 101 that someone created. Like, I wouldn't pay for this because I could 100% set that up for you, dear lovely client who I love. But then what? Like, I guess then we're hoping, I guess you're going to have really good targeted Facebook ads is the intention, right? Which I love that she's great at that. But then then what? And then there was like a line with emails. So I'm guessing there's some emails. I don't know. I'm just like, it doesn't need to be that complicated. Or you could just like be you and grow your list with ease just by being you. And then like if up right now, if that link up there wasn't a paid program or wherever it is, depending on where I'm at for you, the ToLivingFree.com/revolution. If that was an opt-in, I would just send you guys to that repeatedly throughout my Facebook Live. That would grow my list for free. And then if I wanted to, I could boost this for like $5 a day and I could grow my list with more people. And I know that so if that hasn't been working for you and you've been trying something like that, you might want to get a Facebook ads person because they will be able to do the targeting for you. And that's what my amazing person does. So there's always that next step, but you don't have to go from like doing nothing and not spending on any advertising or spending on some advertising to like I said, I almost invested $6,000 a month to have someone do my funnels for me last year. And I'm so grateful that I didn't do that because it's just not necessary. And there's no guarantee with it. Your soul always knows. Are you doing it from love or are you doing it from fear? Give me the questions. What would you suggest in regards to Facebook ads, et cetera, or would you stick to lives and selling your truth? I don't even do ads. Yeah, Zoe, I don't even do ads at this point. I do have, just to make sure you guys aren't like, you liar, you are doing ads. I do have some side ads going right now and messenger ads. We just kicked those on yesterday to let everyone know that I just created an extended pay plan for Freedom Revolution. But to be totally honest, we only do those like when a program is being promoted for like a short amount of time. They just kind of run on the sidebar as kind of a reminder that go along with my Facebook Lives. And apparently the messenger ads, which I haven't done before, to be able to run those, they automatically stick them in your newsfeed as well. So you might see a random like Facebook ad from me, but it's not an actual Facebook ad. It's just something that's kind of a happens as well. And we won't be doing those very long. I mainly use Facebook Lives and I think I fully broke it down. I probably broke it down for you, Zoe, before I actually saw your question. So I use Facebook Lives. I send Facebook Lives with resources to cold leads to grow my list. If I have a new resource, or every so often, I'll definitely run Facebook Lives with free resources, which is basically an opt-in to my warm leads as well. But lately, I've pretty much been sending opt-ins to my cold leads and sending programs to my warm leads. All right, I'm gonna go outside. Do you need something from me? You good? Okay. I might go outside. Sorry, that was another boob shot, wasn't it? So yes, I do use paid advertising. Absolutely. No, I'm not using Facebook ads at the moment. I just use boosted Facebook Lives. And I found that they convert substantially better than my Facebook ads. I mean, Facebook ads would convert sometimes, but come on, what actually converts better? Me just like me being here on the video? You guys get who I am so much more quickly. I need the wooden bowl. Sorry, I have to prop this up. You guys get who I am so much more quickly just seeing me here on video than you ever would from a random Facebook ad with like a pretty picture telling you to download my free checklist for whatever. Really? Like that, I've just found that I'm able to warm people up, which is just a weird phrase. It's not even about warming people up. It's like actually building relationships with real people. Guess what? You build relationships a lot faster when you do a video than put a random static Facebook ad. Lots of people don't do it because it takes more time, but like, I don't want to go hide somewhere and not speak to you guys. It's the first time I've ever done a Facebook Live from right here. Like I'm doing this Facebook Live right now because there's literally nowhere else on this planet I want to do. Literally, my husband is waiting for me in the kitchen to drive to the mountains and eat burgers and drink beer. And I'm on here with you guys because I like you. What is wrong with me? And I just love you guys. So yes, I don't do Facebook ads. I boost Facebook Lives. I find they convert extensively better. And you don't need people to watch the whole thing. So I was like, I can't see how many people have watched this one so far, but of the like 20 people that have been consistently on this one, which is interesting. My numbers are up now that people think that I'm like crazy and angry. Interesting. OMG, I have to go live about this or scream, apparently is the title to use. But like, honestly, if there was a free resource on here, I don't care if people only watch for 30 seconds. If I build up enough know, like, and trust in that 30 seconds for someone to click on the link, it's kind of done its job, right? And ideally, like these Facebook Lives have worked so much better than webinars and everything, which is why I've stopped doing them. Is that you, Sierra? The angry face? No. Okay, questions. Give me more questions. It is so gorgeous out here right now. It was like 95 earlier and sunny, and now it's like 90 and cloudy. Maybe not 90. Okay, more questions. I have been doing this just being me, but I'm not getting any sign-ups to my membership. Fear is creeping. How to stop that? It's just part of the journey. It's like first of all, what I would ask you, Patricia, is your membership something that you would like fight for no matter what? Just make sure that you only put out things that you are so committed to that if it is a little bit of a fight, like that, it's okay. You know, I talk about ease and flow all the time, but sometimes ease and flow isn't easy. I know as complicated as that sounds. Like for instance, if I'm putting out a program and I've decided, I don't usually commit to like a certain number of people signing up. I just know that this program is going to be filled and I would love to have at least this many people because it feels really full and I'd love the energy to feel this way, but I'm not overly committed to the actual number. And I don't believe that this program leads to my income being this, right? That's the biggest thing that I've shifted is I believe that I'm the woman who makes this amount no matter what. And because I'm that kind of woman, I think I would also like to create this program. So whether there are 2 people in my program or 10 people or 200 people in my program, I don't get overly caught up in that. I don't get caught up in that. I'm going to do my work and I'm going to share my message and I'm going to show up consistently. So when it comes to, like you said here, Patricia, there's probably a couple sides of it. Like, yes, I would make sure that you have or start to put some of those business pieces in place. So for instance, like creating some sort of a free resource so people can get to know you a little bit and you can use that to grow your list. That would be a great thing. And then doing a Facebook Live to promote that free resource. That would be great as well. And then if you want to gain traction with it, you could probably do even more Facebook Lives as long as they feel inspired. But here's how I really do it is, first of all, what's your goal? What is your goal and what is your desire? One, you have to believe that it's possible. Okay, you have to believe that that's possible. Once you believe it's possible, you need to choose and decide that not only is it possible, but that it's happening, it's done, and it's not even happening. It's done, it's done, it's done. Believe it's possible and then decide that it's done. From that space, completely surrender it. Surrender it to the world. That literally go to the worst case scenario. If no one signed up for your membership, what would the worst case scenario be? You wouldn't die. You'd be okay, right? You'd keep moving. So with everything I put out, I know that there's a potential that things may not work. And there's times that things don't work. I put out a retreat like beginning of this year that didn't do anything. And now I have 13 people coming to a VIP day this month at my house. Like, you know, you go with it. You don't take it personally. You don't let it define you ever. So believe that what you desire is possible. Choose and decide that it's already done. Surrender and then take inspired action. And it never needs to be more complicated than that, ever. And all of this is what I really remembered this morning and fully stepped back into, because I've been a little bit of a nutcase the last few days because I was tired, but I wasn't letting myself relax. And I was keeping myself in this space of like pushing and needing to do more. So I wasn't honoring my soul, and I was trying to make things happen, which is the fastest way to have nothing happen. So you guys get that? If you don't honor your soul and you push for things to happen, that's the fastest way for nothing to happen. So, Patricia, I'd go through those steps there. It goes through those steps first and foremost. Do you believe that your membership, that people will sign up for your membership? Have you decided that people are going to sign up for your membership no matter what? Have you surrendered, and have you taken inspired action? Yes, you keep putting content and sharing my journey. Awesome. So, but have you decided? Like, that's the piece that I was actually missing. So even with Freedom Revolution, I hadn't decided. I'd been very like uncommittal is not a word, non-committal about like people, like there's definitely people in it. It's amazing and I love it. We just dropped the first content today. But I was like, do I want more people in this? Would I like more people? I haven't actually decided on this. I was very non-committal about the entire program. Because I got excited about it. I got excited, put it out, had surgery the next day. So it was in a bit of like pain medication tiredness for a few days, and just didn't fully come back into alignment with it till like this morning, really. So people kept signing up, but not in the way that this program is meant to sell. And so of course, like as of last night, as of yesterday, when I did the Facebook Live, just totally, sharing who I am and being a more honest, true version of myself, then sales started coming back in for it, like started rolling back in. And so I haven't even checked sales today. And I've been checking sales like crazy before because I was in a space of fear, not a space of love. Now I remember who the fuck I am and that I can't be stopped. And that by me showing up as the truest version of me on a daily basis is all I need to do. So one, I believe, obviously this program is going to be massively sold out, whatever that's even meant to be. Like I journaled on this morning and I have an idea in my mind of like how I expect this program to now look. And there's already a lot of lovely people in there. Let me be clear. But I was like, no, this is meant to be more. This is meant to be shared at a bigger level. And so this morning I was like, you know what? I'm going to step into the space of like, you know what? I believe 50 people definitely could sign up for this week. Why not? Okay, well, I now choose that 50 people are signing up for this week, and this is the most badass program on the planet, and it's shifting lives every single day and making it easier and easier. Not only do I choose this, but I've decided that it's done. I've decided that it's done. It's who I am, and it's how I've showed up today. And I've literally, kind of getting distracted, I'll come right back to that sequence of events there. Literally, I got inspired. I've ran my entire day. Let me bring this back so I don't confuse you guys. I believe it. I choose it. I decided. I then surrendered because it's already done. And worst case scenario, what happens? I just do it. I love it. So be it. I sell as a passive income product later, whatever. And I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but like that would be the worst case scenario. But I surrender because I know that I believe it, choose it, decide it. And so the next phase is to take inspired action. And this has been one of the fullest inspired action days for me in a while. And I literally wrote out hour by hour today because something that I'm going to give my ladies in the Freedom Revolution is a breakdown of several of my days of what does it actually look like? What does my schedule look like? When do I get up? What do I do? When do I do it? All of this. If that's something you're interested in, the link is up above and pinned in the comments for ToLivingFree.com/revolution, where I'll be sharing all of this. Every single day I'm dropping content like this in Freedom Revolution. And this day, it's been so flow-based. It's been so easy. I didn't even get up to 9 a.m. this morning. And then it's like, I didn't even really feel like I did anything. And I started looking at what I've done. And I'm like, wow, but it's felt so easy. And it's like, yes, that's how it's meant to feel. That's how it's meant to be when you're in this space of flow and ease. That windy guy should be here now. There actually is a little wind at the moment. For those of you who've been on from the beginning, you know what I'm talking about. And Freedom Revolution, it's something that I actually created selfishly, which all of your things should be, right? If you're not doing it for yourself, why are you doing it? I mean, with love, like you're never going to be able to fully show up for a program if you aren't in love with it. So you need to selfishly take care of yourself first, and then you can share it with more people and serve more people and change lives. So with Freedom Revolution, the reason I did it is because stepping into June, I decided, you know what? This is going to be my biggest month ever, but it's actually going to get even easier. And to do that, I knew that there needed to be a daily commitment from me to be in ease and flow and to commit to working for my soul. And well, if I'm going to do this daily, shouldn't I just, not should, but like, wouldn't it be fun to share it with my community? And that's what even led to creating Freedom Revolution. So every single day, I'm showing you exactly behind the scenes, pulling back the curtain, what it means to come to flow and ease and this space of life and business and earn from that space with ease. That's what it's all about. Okay, questions. Give me the questions. Jan Marie Dorr, I love you, lady. Patricia, I've done videos and boosted them. Yeah, but it's not about the actual action, Patricia. So I would go, like, it doesn't matter. You could say I have the best funnels running and I'm spending this much a month on Facebook ads and I'm sending emails this often, and none of that matters. Like, all that matters really are those steps. Like, do you believe that it's possible? Have you chosen and have you decided that no matter what, that literally if you have to fight to your death type of thing, that membership will sell? And if not, don't do the membership. Do something you do feel that strongly about. And from that space to then surrender to whatever happens, and you are fully committed to it, and then take inspired action as it comes up. But that's all the more complicated it ever needs to be. Amy, how do you get into front of cold? So I do. I have Facebook Lives that are running to warm leads. Well, actually, let me explain this a little bit. So why I wasn't running to cold leads in the past is it wasn't necessary. Still not really necessary. I just want to reach more people even faster. So if I'm only boosting my Facebook Lives to warm leads, organically, the number of people who are warm leads are naturally increasing because random people, just like Quentin and whatever the other guy's name was, our troll friends, are going to stumble across your Facebook Lives anyways. And so if they watch 3 seconds or more, yay, where I'm now probably targeting them with Facebook Lives. Well, there's the required spit that happens on every Facebook Live. It took 51 minutes this time, but it was there. So naturally, organically, Amy, more people are going to start to see my Facebook Lives just from like stumbling across my business page, getting into my Facebook group. My Facebook group is always growing. Like, naturally, organically, my warm leads audience was growing. I was just like, I got ahead of intuition to test it out on cold leads, and it converted really well. So now we're just running both. So basically my warm leads, I hadn't even thought about this. My warm leads list, I guess, on Facebook should be growing substantially faster now. Emily, I'm so glad you mentioned investing in something out of fear. I think that's a space I was in when I invested in the first thing for my online business. It's really common. Yeah. Because we don't know and we just want someone to help us, right? And I felt guilty around it for a while. Love the people that are in the program, but it's just not aligned for me. Yeah. No, go with your gut. It's always about soul desire. And so get clear on, are you trying to make a decision from a logical space, or are you making a decision from what your soul says? Like, are you called towards that? Are you called to more deeply connect to what it means to live from soul? Are you called to more deeply share your truth from soul? Do you want to know what that looks like? Do you want to know how to run that in your business? Do you want to know how to write emails from that space? That's not a good look. Bring the hair back. Like, that's... in the past, I would not allow myself to put out programs unless it was like, this thing is going to help you do blank, because you have to so clearly show the value. And I've kind of stopped doing that. Like, Clarity Cure and Massive Money Manifestation were some of the most successful programs I've ever created. And they didn't really have the specific results that a lot of my, or not expected results, what would be the thing? Like, if you do this program, you're going to do this. I mean, they kind of did. If you do Clarity Cure, you're going to be incredibly clear and confident, which of course is going to positively affect everything you do. If you do Massive Money Manifestation, you're clearing money blocks, which is going to bring in money. If you do Freedom Revolution, you're going to deeply connect with your soul's truth, which is then going to allow you to speak your truth on a daily basis. And by doing so, suddenly there's zero competition anymore. And everyone just sees you and finds you, and you don't even know how it's happening. I mean, that's how people have signed up for my highest level mastermind. Is like, they weren't even on my email list. They just saw my Facebook Lives. That's how powerful this stuff is. Hello, Yasmina. Love this advice. Awesome, Marie. Several of my Freedom Revolution ladies there. Holly, how do you recommend getting visitors to your site to be able to retarget people? I don't. I have no SEO anything, because I don't think it's necessary. So, I mean, if anything, I'm using like this Facebook Live right now to send people to my website to ToLivingFree.com/revolution. But to be totally honest, like that's a ClickFunnels site with a vanity link. It's not even really my website. I think if we even have a target, we should have. I don't know if we actually have a tracking pixel on there, but there should be one. 444. That's what time it is here. I have had all the like number sequences today, all the angel number sequences. Yeah. So I'm not doing anything like that, Hallie. It really doesn't need. That's probably where the least number of people come from that I retarget is my website. Majority of people probably come from people who've watched my Facebook Lives. Legina Love, good to see you, gorgeous. Your name is just so amazing. I want to say it over and over again. Legina Love. Marie, yes, love being on live, then use it. Use it, girl. I love how natural you are. Thank you, Patricia. It's a lot of practice and it's a decision. And I'm not going to say, like you were bringing up the thing about fear, Patricia. Yeah, fear, I think you were with your first question. Fear is a real thing. I had that this morning when I sent out the email to my newsletter this morning. Kind of glad I can't see unsubscribes because it was one of the most in-your-face emails I've probably written. But I just decided I wasn't going to edit myself anymore. And I had something to say, so I was going to say it. And if it resonated for you, great. And if it doesn't, so be it. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing with the troll that was on here a little bit ago. Like, isn't that everyone's fear? Like, how many people have had that fear that like, oh my God, what if I'm on a Facebook Live and a troll gets on and makes fun of me? And it's like, this is actually something I recommend that you do. I've been recommending a lot to my clients lately because I do it as well. Like, what's the biggest fear that if you really put yourself out there, what are the things you're afraid will happen? I'm afraid people are going to say mean things to us. They're going to tell us that we're too big, too small, too ugly, too whatever. Like I said, the one guy, he was the loveliest troll ever, just some alphabetized adjectives. Does anyone know? There has to be a purpose to why you would do that, right? I don't know. Anyways, maybe trying to find a wife. I'm married. I'm good. But like, all of those fears are real. It's not that I don't feel that. Like when that happened to me, even on this, like there's two ways I could have went. I was more just like surprised. I was like, is that what's happening? Well, that is the kindest troll things that anyone's ever said. I have had like no trolling on Facebook Lives. Like it's why I didn't do Periscope. I got trolled almost immediately. I was like, this thing sucks. I'm never going to do this. I don't really find it happening on Facebook Lives because someone would literally have to stumble across my page. But now deciding that I'm reaching millions with my message, I know what's going to happen. So then I have a choice. I can check in. Does that bother me? God, it really doesn't bother me that much. By that much, I'm like, I don't feel anything of it actually bothering me. I'm just like, what a weirdo. Like it's actually funny to me, doesn't feel bad to me. I mean, if you said something mean, like this is what I mean, go through all the things you're afraid of. If you said something mean about like how I look or whatever, you can't say something mean about how I sound. I'm completely confident in how I sound. My voice is one of my greatest strengths. I personally believe, whether you guys agree with it or not. I was told in a Vedic astrology reading years ago that like my voice is everything. That I've done voiceover work and stuff like this. No, people pay to hear this voice, buddy. You're not going to throw me off with my voice or my words. I'm also incredibly good at speaking, so not really the right trigger point to have started with, troll man. It wasn't his aligned day, I can tell you that. Hopefully he decides to go get a side job or something instead of hanging out online. But like, there's all these fears. And so what you can do is start to go through, what are your fears? What are your fears? And then I went through all of them, and then ask yourself, well, how would I respond in this situation, right? Like if this thing actually happened, so many people's probably worst fear of having a troll get on your Facebook Live, that I actually responded better than I think I would have written that I responded. Because I think I would have like possibly said I would have ignored it, but I'm just so intent on like answering all of your guys' questions that I thought this person was legitimately confused, and so I just wanted to help them. And then that's why it was like a weird alien thing. I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand what is happening, which is what I found has happened since I've chosen to live at a higher frequency and to feel ease and flow and soul desires and say yes to those over and over and over again. Like, not that weird things don't happen. Like obviously it happened, but it didn't trigger me at all. It was just like funny. And so that's kind of how it plays out. You're just not afraid anymore. That's so much of it, is that there's things you're afraid of here and there, but for the most part, you're just not that afraid. Because you're like, what's the worst case scenario? It's not that bad. And then you get your shit together and you move on and you get on with it. Marie, gosh, this sounds easy and in flow, being live and not getting hung up on webinars, post ads, etc. Yeah, so I don't do any of them now. Literally, I mean, this is what I do. When I come up with a business idea or a program or a product that sounds really fun to me, because I only do it if I'm really excited about it and will fight to the end if need be to make it successful. And if it's not successful, then I will still do it. Like, that's the only stuff I'm putting out there. I choose. I'm like, well, how would you love to launch and sell this out? I'd like to send some emails because I like to write emails. It's fun for me. Wind is picking up. Got the wind machine on. I like to do some social media posts, which honestly I haven't really done any of those today. My social media manager, don't blow my laptop off. She's taking care of those today, and I love to do Facebook Lives. And so I decide that that's what I'm going to do to sell out my programs. And I'm not even available to consider at this point that maybe if I did a webinar, I'd have more sales. I'm like, fuck that, I'm not doing a webinar. So I decide that I'm going to have as many sales as I desire just by doing this for my back patio. Did the audio training resource? I don't know which one that is, Patricia. You have to remind me. Susan, hi, Susan Jean. Oh my God, it's been so long, Susan Jean. This live has been the best so far. Great, Jocelyn. Are you the one who brought the trolls? You're like, this will be funny. Watch this. Let's see what happens to Jessica. Hi, Mary. Yasmina, I add you to my email after I signed up for your program. Okay, there's another perfect example. So Yasmina is in Freedom Revolution. The number of people at this point who have told me that they have signed up for my programs who aren't even on my email list is fascinating. And when the whole GDPR stuff went down, I had such a moment of like, oh my gosh, I might have to delete a chunk of my email list. Not my email list. My email list is where my money comes from. No, it's not. That's why I did the whole Facebook Live on your money. People say money is in your list. It's not. It's in your soul. It's in your soul. So many people who've signed up for my programs at this point are not even on my email list. I mean, when I signed up for one of my mentors, I invested $11,000 with her in January, was not on her email list, saw a Facebook post, liked what I saw, sent her a message, signed up. Like, it's not required. All these things that people say you have to do are not required. You get to pick. How would you like to sell out your program? You decide that it's done and you pick how you want to. That's completely opposite of how majority of people do it. They try to figure out the right thing to do that's going to sell it instead of deciding it's already done and then deciding how they want to do it. That's what visionaries like you and I are doing. That's why we get the massive results that we do. That's why I've created Freedom Revolution. If you want to learn how to work in that way, get yourself into Freedom Revolution. ToLivingFree.com/revolution. Link is up above. It's also pinned in the comments. And there's a new extended payment plan available. So you can get in for like $197 down, which is crazy. Oh no, Quentin's still here. Oh no, Quentin, you're a good guy? Oh God. Quentin, I thought you were a troll. You did my visualization? All right, well, I apologize for my miscommunication then. I'm an angel and you and your husband are blessed and highly favored. Well, thank you, Quentin. Your dream life visualization helped me a year ago. Thank you for the troll comment. I hope I'm a positive angel and a troll is okay. But I'm better, ma'am. Have a super great day. Aw, you're so kind, Quentin. See? I was in the wrong. I apologize, Quentin. That was a really random comment, though. Your alphabetized adjective comment. But you were the kindest angel troll person ever. Thank you for your straight up advice. You're welcome, Patricia. All right, anything else, guys? Come on, we can't leave it with Quentin, the angel Quentin. Anything else? Any other questions? Absolutely, any day, lovely. Everyone send Quentin some love. He can stay on. We won't delete his comment. Yeah, I love that you're dying here, Jocelyn. This has turned into like the Jessica comedy show where I wasn't really roasted. I was roasted by myself. Any other questions, guys? Or we're going to wrap? So basically, summary of today is don't buy things out of fear. Always from love, from love, from love, from love, always, okay? And I mean, those steps are so important as well. To come into that space of believing that it's possible, choosing that it's possible, deciding that it's already done, surrendering into it, and taking inspired action on a daily basis is like the magic that makes up everything. And the easier it gets, the easier it gets. Like, just let it be easy. Let it be easy. All right, guys. Well, if you're craving any more of this, if you're craving support in this way, Freedom Revolution kicked off today. The first audio is out right now. I will be dropping totally aligned content every single day to help you step into this space of ease and flow so that you can make money just being you, that you don't need any of the chaos or any of the fear. You can make decisions from a space of love instead of fear. The easier it gets, the easier it gets. All right. Loves to Living Free. I'll see you soon. Bye.